Yeah, happy
Hey man,
Thursday.
it's up.
Got my brother Lab on the ones and twos. Happy Thursday, everybody. Happy Thursday. Welcome to the Dollar Hour. I am Deonte Burden, aka Mr. Short Dollar himself. We got an awesome show planned for you guys tonight. I want to switch things up a little bit. Not necessarily just talk about a specific criteria or topic, but more so kind of getting a thought of motivation in regards to money and investing and things with people. And what I want to talk about is a statement that a lot of people say and they get stuck in there. And that's, if I had money, I'd do this. If I had money, I'd do this.
Right.
And I want to have a discussion with people about, the things they say they'll do if they had money. Because I've heard it my whole life. I hear it, all the time. And I think a lot of times people make a crutch or build a wall for themselves that doesn't need to be there. Okay. But regardless, that's why I want to have that conversation. Again, tonight we're talking about, if I had money, I'd do this.
Okay.
I want you guys to feel free to interact, leave your messages, call in, add to the conversation. But that's what we're discussing tonight. If I had money to do this. Again, this is the Dollar Hour. I am Deonte Burden, aka Mr. Short Dollar himself. Right now, we're streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, and Twitter. But the main hub is the Mr. Short Dollar YouTube channel. So in the event you got to leave or you come back in and out, you can see the video in its whole entirety on Mr. Short Dollar on YouTube. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. We got over 1,000 videos on the YouTube channel. Currently right there hovering at 39,000 subscribers. Yeah. You might need something. You good? Okay. You need a break. Okay, cool.
Let's see what happens.
Straight, okay. But yeah, we were hovering right at 39,000 subscribers. Definitely go to the YouTube channel, Mr. Short Dollar on YouTube. And if you're looking at it on TikTok, you can go to the bio. You'll see the link to to go to the YouTube channel as well. Tonight, in addition to leaving your comments, you can also feel free to call in. The call-in number is 678-740-9894. Again, the call-in number is 678-740-9894. Tonight, we're talking about, if I had money, I do this.
And
that's
a conversation for me.
Hell yeah, I think it's a conversation for all of us,
Right.
But before we get started, I want to say what's up to my awesome. I also want to say what's up to Mother Producer Sleep 316. What's up, Reek?
Going on, Rick?
And but yeah, man, super excited. I'm trying to think of anything off the top of my head that's going on that I need to bring light to. Nothing at the moment. But again, guys, we're talking about, if I had money, I do this. And I remember, man, just a lot of times you talk to those OGs just from a personal standpoint. And again, guys, feel free to call in 678-740-9894. Again, that's 678-740-9894. I remember, a lot of times we talk to OGs and family, like, they when you're younger, know things, you hit those aspirations. Boy, if I had money, I'd do this.
Right.
I do that. I remember my grandparents that raised me, God rest his soul, argue all the time. My granny said, my grandma, they get arguing. Poochie, I'm get older, I'm gonna get the hell on. And when I get some more money, I'm gonna get the hell away from you. And she'd be like,
right.
You ain't gotta wait till the end, you can get the hell on now.
Right.
And they said that to the time they damn buried each other. But the thing of it is, there's so many people, we're hearing it all the time, just special people, like, if I get some money, I'm gonna start this. If I get some money, I'm gonna move to there, I'm gonna do that. And what always stuck with me, you're hearing these things like, okay, I need money to do things.
Right.
And not that I ever created it with myself, but it was just probably already in me, like, okay, that's a barrier. Unless you have to do it. Because what's one of the common statements people always say? It takes money to make money.
Right.
Right? But I think what people don't realize, ain't necessarily got to take your money.
Yeah.
So, but, or if, just some things just require a lot of something that people ain't willing to give. That's time and effort. Right? And I want to have that discussion with people, because far too often people make those barriers on themselves. you know, with just as far as money, whatever kind of capital, finance they have. And that's why I want to have that discussion because I would hear it so much from, you know, just hearing, you know, people say that. I hear it now, you know, especially some OGs, boy, if I get a hold of this, if I can do that. And I think they, you know, they stop them before they start. How you sit there and say, well, listen, man, you know, we can't be a race car driver unless we get the car, but not even looking into how they can get the car.
Not even see how outside be bought.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. And I think that, you know, those
limitations
that you call for yourself, no limitations, barriers, everything that you made for yourself. And I want to have that talk about that conversation because a lot of time, I think people have this perception of this fantasy of what wealth is.
Right.
You know, because as far as, you know, I love to, you know, go on social media and I see people, they're going on vacations, they're traveling, they're doing stuff like that. I never looked at people enjoying themselves as a flex move. Like, you know, I think it's cool. You know?
I think they're supposed to.
Yeah.
You work hard, that's what's supposed to happen.
I don't know your money.
Right.
So I can't sit here and tell you that, hey man, you know, you shouldn't be doing this, you shouldn't be spending your money on this. I don't know how that is.
Right.
I just know, you know, Deonte's money. Hell, I better know that. But I do think people have this false sense of actually what wealth is.
Right.
In regards to, you know, hey, if I can do this, I can do, you know, again, creating them barriers where they can do certain stuff. And though, you know, I'm a dreamer and I aspire to do certain things in life. But I've also been that type of person, probably my damn ego. Like, shit, I have to do it. Hell, I can do it. And you know, a lot of times you talk to people, especially they have some kind of degree of success or be in a situation that you're not, that you know, want to aspire to be in. And you say, well, look, man, how you do this? How you do that? You know, where you get that idea from? You gotta find then, you know, most of the time the people genuine and actually did it, they don't mind talking to you. Yeah. Most of the time, but if they flexing, they ain't really got it like that. You know, it takes some bullshit.
You know, it took a little bit of something to get this.
I ain't gonna really tell you.
Right.
Like
you got to figure this out on your own.
Like you telling me, can affect your money. When I first started tax business, man, well, I'm thinking like 01, 02, I remember the guy Jimmy. I think I shared this story before. He was just giving me so much information. I'm like, hey man, he ain't really tripping on stuff. He's like, man, because he was in New Orleans. Jimmy dead now. But he was just telling me, hey, man, I go get with some of my customers in Atlanta.
Right.
He said, I really can't do it. And he was just like, I said, man, he ain't really tripping, you know, because he was just so forthcoming with everything. And he was like, brother, that, you know, everybody in the United States got to have a job. They have a job, how to get their tax done. There'll never be enough preparers.
Right.
You know, he said, you can't take what I got. I've been in business over 20-some years.
Right.
And I look at myself being in that same position now, like, you know, I'm stable. So I don't mind talking to people. Yeah, because shit, I'm doing grandkids taxes now, right? But usually sometimes people don't necessarily, you know, it's kind of your screen on when you talking to people if they're going to be forthright with you. But again, we start talking about, you know, people say if I had money I'd do this. Those actual barriers that people create a lot of time is to me protect them from that fear of failure. From that fear of going out there and not doing particular things, right? Because they can say, well, man, I ain't got this. You know, they take money. You know, like, okay. But I've seen too many stories over the years where people didn't do nothing but have a damn idea. Man, they had an idea and 100% ambition, and they did it.
So do you think ambition can overrule the money part?
I don't. I think ambition can get you moving. Sometimes you can't get around money, but if you're ambitious enough, you'll find ways to get the money.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because I can be ambitious and driving, and I can inspire Lab to loan me the money. I can be ambitious and patient, and I can sit here and just talk to the banks and all this. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I told the Lab, it took me 2.5 years to get my credit and finances straight for me leaving my job.
Right.
So that's what ambition can do for you. You know, just, you know, fear, man, fear get your ass just stuck in the mud. It get you stuck in the mud. You gotta be very, very, very careful who you share your dreams with. Because people talk out of shit so fast.
Real fast.
You know, just based off their fears. And then they heard, and then they done. You know what I'm saying? They fear, jealousy. You gotta be very careful. Not even worry about they trying to steal your idea. It's just that they be so scary. You know what I'm saying? And they love you and they care about you, but they don't have the vision that you do. You know what I'm saying? You have to be very careful. That don't mean you need a world of yes men agreeing to every damn thing you say, but you got to be very, very careful about that kind of stuff, man. And I think maturity and wisdom will teach you who to listen to. You know what I'm saying?
I get it.
Like, I love my mom. My mom's very supportive of me. I don't need to get no business advice from my mom. That don't mean my mom ain't gonna give me none.
Right.
But I know how much weight to put into it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I gotta be smarter than that, right?
Yeah.
Savage Bliss and PR said, I know this sounds idealistic, but I would donate to causes that matter, such as child poverty, illiteracy, and also important health issues such as sickle cell anemia. Saying that if they had money, I think what is that? What is that thing that all the wealthiest people in the world, they joined that initiative where they donate 90% of their assets upon their death? Bill Gates and Warren Buffett. You know, they got this initiative lab where they donating 90% of their wealth.
Right. Yeah.
To do certain things.
That's not really. That's more of a tax thing.
90% of your shit.
That's more of a tax thing.
I don't know about it, man.
That's more of a tax thing. Don't get fooled by that.
90%.
Don't get fooled by that. You think these guys are amassing $200 and $300 billion and they gonna give it all away? That's not how that works. Just like Bill Gates' whole nonprofit thing that he caught himself doing, which it keeps making money, which has made him a billionaire, 200 billionaire, because these are tax havens. This is not. I don't want people to fall for that. That is not the case.
I got you. Well, I want to get back on topic.
Lisa says, "I will be rich as coming from money. Put you in certain situations. Look at Trump. I need an unscared investor." That's what she says. Unscared investor.
Unscared investor. I don't think no investor would be scared. I think most investors are just cautious. We start talking all the time. I was in grad school. We used to do the pitch competitions all the time. And you hear the folks, they do the Shark Tanks and all those pitch competitions. I think one of the biggest things people have to understand is a pitch, and we're looking for a pitch and looking for an investor. The key thing is you can't sell, and this is just probably it seems simple, but I think most people that are pitching and looking for money from people, this is what they miss. It's not, okay, if I start this business, this is how much money the business can make. The pitch is always how much money can you go back and make this investment.
Right.
All the other stuff is irrelevant. Like, no one really cares. Like, okay, cool. Or if what you can do, how much money you can make, it still go back to what you're going to, if I give you this, you're going to give me back that.
Right.
And I think if most people went from that school and thought it's good.
Computer's okay so far.
Okay.
Everything else is messed up.
Oh, okay. But it's something get fixed.
We gonna move.
Cross that bridge when we get there.
Yeah.
But no, you fine, man. I'll just ask. But that's one of the things I think a lot of time people miss, Lab, is just that when we start talking about, I'm glad, I appreciate Lisa even bringing that up, because that's one of the big things I think when people are looking for money, looking for investors, they miss that whole aspect.
Right.
Not, hey man, I need to get this money so I can grow this business.
Right.
Okay. The key thing is what you gonna get that person back.
Right. Investors are always looking for a return on their investment. Always. It's not just this is a great idea that it's gonna change the world. Okay, well, how much can I make off of it? It's the question.
Yeah, somebody. I ain't even gonna repeat that. That's 6 out, boy. God damn.
They back.
Yeah, they back. But just think about that though, and that's something that's as simple as it seems. I think people can find investors a whole lot more if they sell the return,
Uh-huh.
then what's than the sale of the business of the ass.
Uh-huh.
I think a lot of people miss that.
Oh, okay.
Because they be more concerned about what they're gonna get as opposed to the person giving you back the money. That's I think as simple as that sound, a lot of people miss out on that.
So they say, I pay the house off, finish repair all projects, travel, pay all my bills and debt. I'm not paying anybody's student loans. I think she got trouble from that one.
Well, the thing of it is, when we start thinking about it, I always think about when me personally, if I get a hold of more money, I try to make more money with it.
Mm-hmm.
But over the years, I've learned that when it comes to trying to flip money or make money, is the best way for me to do it is make sure it's going to be going at a pace where it's not so fast. But I, just at a long game, and I've lowered the risk, and most of the time things like that is not stuff that's gonna be able to happen overnight.
Right.
And I've just learned that over the years because we're in a fix or flip society.
That's true.
And we've seen that what happened. I ain't tripping on nobody. We've seen what happened with the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody got their PPP.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody got their disaster money.
Mm-hmm.
And abracadabra, they broke it in 3 years.
And they gone.
And shit, what a movie gone in 60 seconds. You know what I'm saying? Right. And that's the kind of thing about it, because you think this cash infusion is going to put you in a different situation.
Right.
But you still really don't have the knowledge. Because in your mind, you just think I can acquire it and do it.
Right.
But you still don't know how to do it.
You still know how to make it last and stretch it to where and put it where it needs to be put.
Yeah.
To double or whatever.
Perfect example of that is, what year this radio station started? 15, 16, 17, something like that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I was 20 to 24, 18. Okay.
In that time frame.
17, 18.
In that time frame, we went through the pandemic and there was a whole big influx of podcast studios.
Right.
Radio, this, that, and that.
Right.
I will tell you, we probably count on hand how many were started around by that time.
Uh-huh.
Started after that, in between,
uh-huh.
How many still around now?
Right.
Because people figured that they can get some money,
uh-huh.
get some mics, get some cameras, and talk, and it was gonna be success.
Right.
And it don't work like that.
Not at all.
And it's unfortunate because I think what's promoted, make it your podcast, get your YouTube channel. People think like, man, me and my friends, we always chopping it up. We do these kind of things, and no, we can make money. I heard they made this and I heard they did that.
Uh-huh.
And a lot of times people really don't understand. It's not that simple.
It's the structure of it all.
Yeah.
How everything plays out, how things do this and do that. A lot of people don't do the research on that. And even when they started the radio stations and the podcast stations, because it was a bunch of them started during the pandemic. A lot of people started podcast stations and studios and stuff. The problem is, if you're having a studio, that you got the average 9 to 5 guy coming in there, because a lot of people still have to work, coming there do a podcast in your studio, you can't charge them, $400 a podcast. You know what I'm saying? You can't go out and get this big studio, because you got the pandemic money. You got $15,000, $16,000. Now you going to rent a whole big old building, putting the top line mics and top line cameras and top line computers, and now you think I got all these people want to do podcasts. Yeah. I can charge them $400 a podcast, and I can make all my money back. Yeah, it don't work that way.
And the podcast, they make them 50 cents a show.
Right.
So and I think that was the part people got confused, because what I always say, and I've said it a million times, you can't compete with celebrity.
Mm-hmm.
T.I. can get a start expeditiously,
right,
and get 100-something thousand subscribers in a day, and that's T.I.
Right.
Pooch can't do that.
He already got 15 million.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Pooch can't do that.
Right.
Pooch go and still subscribe Mr. Short Dog.
100 followers a week.
It don't work like that.
Right.
Savage Publicity PR said, tax benefit or not, a lot of world problems need monetary donation. We can all make a difference. I agree.
I agree too. But I just don't want people to think that they're giving all their wealth away. It's just not. I don't think it's consciously feasible that they would do that. I don't, because why grow so much wealth if you're just going to give it away? Now, don't get me wrong. They may be giving billions away. They're doing it while they're alive. I know that for a fact. But I don't think that they, especially a lot of them that have children, you always hear a story. Warren Buffett says his children are not going to touch $1 of his $100 billion wealth.
Well, they're probably getting stuff stashed right now.
Right.
But let me say this, like that to that point, damn, I'm about losing damn train of thought. I lost my train of thought with it. I was about to go into what we just saying about the before that, the point of the it'll come back to me.
We're talking about the podcast station. Charging $400 for a podcast, and the podcast only making 50 cents, and getting the top. That's what we were talking about. But then you was going to something else.
It'll come back to me.
Okay.
It'll come back to me. But just to those points of people looking at those certain things with doing it, that's one of the things God damn it, I forgot. It was one of those business examples that I was thinking about with it. When we started looking at it in regards to, if I had this, I could do that. Though that point in time, the 2020 to 2022 with the whole pandemic, it gave people a lot of aspiration in regards to how things would go. You could be able to channel in money and do certain stuff. And that's why I say a lot of times you really can't discredit the experience of doing stuff.
Right. But it inspired a lot of people too. I mean, don't get me wrong. A lot of people made a lot of money during the pandemic doing this, what we're doing right now, because people were at home. I mean, you think about D Nice, how he just took off during the pandemic because he was just playing music at one time. You get what I'm saying? Like, there were things that were inspiring during the pandemic that made people feel like, I can do this if I had that, or I can do this if I had that. But going back on the Be Nice thing, he didn't have no money. He just started playing music for everybody during the pandemic, and now he's got money because of that. So I don't think, like, his example would be, he didn't have no money. He didn't have to say, well, I think he did have over 500,000 subscribers though when he started. So you get what I'm saying? So it wasn't like there was subscribers now is currency. You know that, right? Followers are currency now.
Yeah. The thing of it is to that point, when you start doing stuff like that, and once the wheel get to moving, you can't get luck confused with success. You know what I'm saying?
So you think it was more luck than success?
Absolutely. Why I say that? Because now this shit happening now.
Right.
See, what's funny? And again, the night show we're talking about if I had money. We're having a discussion about what people say they would do if they had money. I'm streaming on Change Lives as well. Feel free to call in. You want to add to the conversation, put questions, the comments in the chat as well. The call-in number is 678-740-9894. Excuse me, that's 678-740-9894. I say that to say, you just asked me what was that look. The Earn Your Leisure podcast. I was just looking. They had the Invest Fest this past weekend on Weekend 4 in Atlanta. 1.5 million subscribers. But their channel is registering right now, probably a couple thousand views per video.
Okay.
Well, typically, something with that, that kind of following, you would think about 40, 50, maybe even 100,000 views, right?
Most likely, yeah.
But that's what would happen. The thing of it was, there was a channel, like a lot of people, influencers, they exploded during the pandemic while everybody's at home.
Right.
And now everybody's back out. You got to sit here and look at it like, okay, how you going to pivot and adjust?
Right.
Well, we can't understand, like, we can't get a moment in time confused with sustainability.
Right. That's
why you start looking at the S&P 500 companies. Really, it's not that Coke is just Coke, Pepsi, General Electric, Ford. Those companies just, they're making all the money. They're able to pivot and adjust with things, right?
Okay, I get what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We went from fuel to solar, EV, right?
Right.
We go through all these different with technology, with the internet and everything. Now we're going into AI. Everybody has to be able to pivot and adjust. And the slower y'all, when I started my business, we talking about early 2000s, rapid refunds. It wasn't no kind of checks.
Right.
Hell, man, when I first started, I was on some real hookup stuff. What's up, Tom? Come on, the boy. What's up, Tom? Appreciate you tuning in, bro. I was I wasn't even doing everything electronically. I was doing file your taxes, pay me when you get it.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and, I really want to get paid.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
once you learn how to get affiliated with your banks, get your system together, get your software together and everything, then things change. Different other kind of adjustments come up, and over the years, you got to be able to pivot and adjust. When I first started in the business, that's when I'm doing the stuff at ALK, B103. I'm going through. Funny, I was talking to one of my partner, man. How you doing, brother? Appreciate you tuning in. I was talking to one of my younger buddies. He was talking about, Pooch, man, I remember you used to pay me this money to go up down Bankhead and put stuff in folks' mailbox, put the flyers, go out in the parking lots, handing out cards and stuff like that. That's how the whole guerrilla marketing stuff. That's how we were doing that in the early 2000s, getting business. Then you start going into the Facebook. I think back that time, I think it was what's the thing for Facebook?
MySpace.
Right. Pushing your business on MySpace. Then you had your Facebook, and then it was just so many adjustments and everything. I started putting my money on Google Ads. Now I'm being very honest with you. I don't even be seeing like how I'm great, brother, man, great. What I don't be realize how the hell radio exists, because I know how they exist. Right. But even at a certain level, why I laugh? Because I always be thinking about like, damn, the amount of money they was charging and making back then. Hell, I could reach more people, because why? I could build my own following. Right. I don't need y'all. Right. Right. And my following is my following. Right. Not I'm blasting on the radio. Right. And hoping some of these folks like me. Right. Right. And it's totally different. I say all that to say the pivot and adjust. Right. Now you got the YouTube, the Instagram, and stuff like that. As a business owner, man, I've constantly had to adjust and everything like that. So when I hear sometimes people put barriers like, man, if I had money, I could do this, that, and that. Like money is good. There's a lot more you can do. Because I can just tell you, I can push more. Me and you talk all the time, but when it comes to advertising, promos, Now, if I want to try to, from an organic standpoint, I got to make more videos with pump, and hope it comes. I put money in advertising, I can change some stuff. Right. But you still can do things. A lot of times we create barriers for ourselves.
I think a lot of times when we say, if I have money, I can do this, I don't think it's necessarily that we're trying to put limitations on ourselves. I think that we see the bigger picture, and instead of trying to focus on the smaller things that we can do now until the money comes, we're so focused on the bigger picture of like, I could do all this, and I don't have to piecemeal it together if I had money, which is something that we all do. Even when we all start, I say that all the time, man, if I had a little bit more money, I could do this, I could do that, I could do this with the shows, I could do that. I always say that because you always want to inspire to do better and do more things when you have a business. And a lot of times, to be honest with you, money be the deciding factor on a lot of that.
Well, Leia, the only thing I'm kind of disagree with you with that. Guys, feel free to call in at 678-740-9884. Again, 678-740-9894. The thing of it is I agree money is needed. The issue, what I think people look at, they focus too much on the destination instead of the journey to get there. And like me and PJ was talking about, second son, he graduated from college, senior in college. The discussion me and him had yesterday, and he was just thinking about, okay, what I'm trying to do upon graduation and everything. So I said, son, the best advice I can give you, and I say, coming to the point we're talking about, you got your goal the way you're looking at it. Don't be so focused when your goal might be, and it can change, but the goal you might want to be in 5, 10, 15 years. Focus more on the building blocks to get there. Work backwards from the goal. So I say that to say, I want to be able to be this mogul. I want to sit here and do this, because I think sometimes it can get twisted. Oh, hell, I mean, when I was married, my wife was like, you don't want to do that, sit and smoke cigars and do this, that, and that. Right. But I work. Anyone knows me, know I put in work. Right. And I think a lot of times, if people focus on the destination, because you can have, I just want to be here. If I had money, I could be there. But sometimes money can help get access to there. But it really comes, that feet on the concrete, effort, time, and everything. Because what happened is, when you have money and you don't necessarily know how to use it, but you think that money disappears real quick. It disappears very quick because you don't really know what to do with it.
Right.
You think that's what it takes. Right?
But you're not for sure.
You're not for sure. In your mind, you for sure.
Right.
But you don't know. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Look how much smarter people get when they get money. Right?
Right.
People get settlements, win lotteries, hit the number and everything like that. And they got all kind of damn Einstein shit they finna do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now they done turned to Bill Gates and Warren Buffett and Bezos. They done turned to that, right? But they don't know shit. They just got money in their pocket.
Right.
I'm gonna start me a restaurant. I'm gonna start me a club. Know nothing about it.
Right.
But they have access to the money.
Right.
Right. And what happened? That shit don't even stay long over no time. Now they going into all the money they get. They spend all the money they have. Then they start going to personal shit. They start borrowing stuff. That wasn't your world.
Right.
What's wrong with working at Captain D's or working at Red Lobster, learning the restaurant industry, right? Before you start. What's wrong?
There's nothing wrong with that. I don't disagree with you at all. I think you should know what you're trying to invest and spend your money on. You should know the ins and outs of it. But a lot of times, when you have a dream and you get money to make that, you want to skip the line.
But that's what I'm saying, Lab. That's the destination, your dream. The process to get to your dream. That's what you can't assume. That's money's gonna be there.
But
money is that money is the key to doing it. The process is the key. That's the key.
I'm gonna disagree.
Talk to me then. Talk to me.
The process is the process. I give you that. But how many people skip the line because they do have money? How many people do we? I mean, let's talk about Warren Buffett and Bill Gates and all them people and their children and all that. How many times do you have a guy who has money, who has a company, who makes his son the president of the company? And the son may not have ever worked there, but just because his last name is the same as his, he gets to skip the line.
Yeah. But that ain't the same thing because the daddy still had to build it. That ain't the same.
But you don't think that's the same. I mean, it's because he has the money that he gets to skip the line, or let's just say he doesn't work at that company, but he starts another company because his daddy has the money and gives him the money to start another company. He may fail at it, but he keeps starting it because he has plenty of money to do so.
But that's still making my point. It don't matter what level you come. If I got a lot of money, or somebody keep giving me seed money to start a business, so if I lose it, I lose it. What the hell I need? Look, man, I don't need to be living my life telling damn stories about money I had. Or I used to do this and I used to do that. You know what I'm saying? You ever talk to folks, man? We used to do it. Man, I'm gonna tell you something. This ain't no shade on nobody.
It used to be crap.
I was never gonna be I used to be nigga. I'm for real.
Right.
And I always said to myself when I was younger, in my 30s, I was gonna have more than my 20s. In my 40s, I was gonna have more than my 30s. In my 50s, that was one thing because I was just like, it seemed so damn whack to me.
Right.
Like I ain't want to be, man. No, I want to be balling harder. That's why I always like when I had gotten 100. I seen them guys in their 60s and 70s. Like, damn, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Them can't like they're way past. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it was always an ascension in life.
Right.
You getting access to start something, and you keep failing. I don't see the point. That ain't nothing to talk on. What I'm saying at the end of the day, when you want to sit here, that ain't to me skipping the line. Like if your family got it, you got it. That can be your child, your family member, friend, whatever. It's somebody doing it, but they lose it.
But the money makes it happen.
The money makes it happen. But what the hell making it happen if you can't keep it?
It doesn't matter. We're talking about what we would do if we had the money. If we had the money, we would do this. And I think a lot of times, I get what you're saying. Don't let the destination, lure the journey. I get that. I understand that. But a lot of us, me included, we think about the destination because the journey is so bumpy, uphill. It's like your granddad said, man, I walk uphill to school with no shoes and snow, and I walk down uphill home with no shoes and no snow. That's how we see it when we don't have any money trying to get to the destination.
But what's the point of me getting the penthouse if I gotta lose it in damn 2 or 3 years. I don't want that shit.
I get that.
Like,
But I had the penthouse.
man, that ain't man. I was prom queen of Lincoln High. Now you're prom fiend. You know what I'm saying? Come on now. Right. You know, again, to each his own. Let me get this right. Trey Nicole says, and go to school for entrepreneurship and business so they'll know how to run it properly as well. Skipping is the reason why these businesses are closing and shutting down abruptly. Just my opinion. And that's what I agree with. I think what it is so often. Now, let me get this prerequisite. If it's your thing, just say I did it.
Right.
I climbed Mount Rushmore. I did this. I did that. If that's your pinnacle,
right,
that's fine and that's fair.
Okay.
But I don't think that's most people. I when I look at people, now we all in life we done did the whole seesaw, up down. When you see sometimes people they've been here and they go back down to there, that don't mean homeless.
Right.
It's just like, damn, you regular.
Back to 9 to 5.
Yeah, back to 9 to 5. You tell some shit off. It doesn't kind of
right.
Because you're like, damn, because a lot of times, especially when you see people doing certain stuff, you ever see sometimes you see myself, former celebrity, athlete, actor. Like, hey, man, what the hell you doing? Are you doing this now? Whatever.
Right.
Ain't no knocking, but you make an honest living, ain't nothing wrong with
right.
it, right? But the whole thing about it, like, to be there, right? To get there and then go backwards. I don't think nobody wants to do that. And we talk about legally now.
Right.
That's some illegal shit. Yeah, right. Go through that. That's something
totally I think that example, and I.
What's up, Al?
And I get what Credit Code saying, but even if you have a business degree and go to business school, you still can mess up a business.
Yeah. Well.
I believe. I mean,
you definitely can. Let's take the education out of it. Let's say the experience.
Okay.
Because so you know what to do and everything like that. I just think that a lot of times we can cut corners because again we think the money is the key. If I get this, I can be right here in life, right? That's what a lot of times that's what we talk about. The night show, we're talking about if I had money.
Right.
I think and the reason why I had that conversation because I hear so many people say that. And when you give them money, and that's what I want to talk about earlier. One of the biggest arguments people have been saying for the past 15, 20 years is what? Reparations. And my thing is I've always pushed back on reparations. Not that I don't think people deserve reparations. The thing of it is that what I want people to understand is that when you push so hard for something like that and you get it, you're going I already know you're gonna lose it,
right? Because
you don't know how to keep it. And then when they give it to you, what can happen then, Lamb? You can't go back and promote.
Right.
You can't go back and fix it.
Right.
But people don't want to spend the time. Well, look, before I get this, let me prep myself. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
I got to prep myself to be able to be in this situation. You know what I'm saying? That's like if you want to be a championship team, you got to practice and go through stuff and do it. If you want to be a top-notch internet radio station, you got to go through stuff and learn this, that, and that to be able to sustain it.
Right.
It ain't no, when you look at Misfits radio and TV because, I mean, we're not here because we lucky,
right?
Because we don't say here, stay down, work on the craft, right?
Right.
That's what I think a lot of times, that whole thing right here with reparations, people can give you money. We've seen that with the pandemic.
Right.
Yes, got the money,
that is very
and none of this shit is around.
Right.
Right?
Right.
At the end of the and one of the things about it, when I left corporate America, I knew, I made sure that I was seasoned enough to handle like all the other stuff. Now, was I scared? Was I terrified? I told you, man, I had money, I had every damn thing, but I was just scared about leaving my job. You know what I'm saying? Like,
the security of it all.
I had it. Even though I had money,
right,
and I had business money coming in, but I was just afraid of doing stuff. But I made one thing I can say: I prepared myself to go. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
15 years of dealing with building myself, dealing with racism in corporate America,
right,
dealing with all kind of adverse stuff, dealing with family and all. When I say family, just being able to manage family and stuff like that. But I was prepared. I don't think most people want to go through that. People will just, man, I'm tired I hate the job.
Right.
I hate the job. I get some money, I start my own business. And then I start it and have some success and get success confused with sustainability.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying.
And that's that. I'm telling you, lad, that's a key thing I think a lot of people miss. Sustainable. Like, can this shit go on? And how can it go on? Can it replace what you're doing? Now, if you say peace of mind, when I'm being real, I don't make what I could be making in corporate America. But I'm cool. I like 10 in the morning. If anybody knows me, 10 in the morning, I might be smoking my stick. I might be in the backyard. I might be having a drink. But I might be 11, 12 o'clock at night. I'm getting it. I'm cool with that. That ain't meant for everybody. You know what I'm saying? I know if I want to go into a CFO, director of finance position, I know how much money I can command. I don't want to do that shit because I don't want to ask nobody. I know me. This mother, I know me, man. You know, I already know what come along with it. I already know what come along with it. I got to deal with this person, that person, and nothing wrong with it. That ain't for me. But I just think sometimes people will get caught into that. You know, what I hear all the time. You know, I get on the plantation. I got to work. Plantation got perks. Plantation got PTO.
Insurance.
PTO. What's other shit? Sick leave. Vacations. I ain't got none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? So when we start talking about cash infusion and stuff like that coming in, you have to be realistic about what you, because it can be a fantasy. And why people say that a lot of times, why laugh? Because when I start researching and when I start getting educated, when I start finding information out, I find out real quick the shit I thought I could do or the shit I thought was gonna fix my problem really can't fix my problem. I still gotta spend some time. I still gotta make some sacrifices. I still gotta get some experiences. You get what I'm saying? No.
But I think, and I mean cut you off, but I still believe that money makes the journey less bumpy and they make the experiences more attainable. They make the journey less bumpy and the destination that much more fun once you make that. Because I'm gonna give you a good example. Right now, I just waste water on this computer. If I have money, I wouldn't be worried about, I hope this damn computer don't go out because I don't have enough money to buy another one tomorrow. You get what I'm saying? So if this computer if I have money, we wouldn't be sweating this because I'll be saying, don't worry about that. I'm gonna talk slick. We're gonna order a new one and we have a new one in here tomorrow because I got money to do that. But now, as I'm sitting here looking at this computer, it hasn't gone out or anything. I'm praying to Jesus that it don't, because now I got to come up with a scenario to get another one. You get if it decides to do that. But money would make that journey and make this whole process less stressful.
Well, let me get a little pushback on that. Because you know my tight ass.
Right.
I don't give a damn if I got enough money to buy 10 of them. Shit, I'm still worried.
But the worry is less, though. No, you gotta agree with me.
No, I'm not disagreeing.
If your car broke down because you worked so hard and you are very successful, I look up to you very hard as a person who made it, who done it. If your car broke down and you needed to get a transmission on it, and you could actually, because you have money. Now, don't get me wrong, Fojar. You have money. You could say, how many miles on that car? I don't think I want to spend that type of money to get that fixed. I'm gonna go ahead and get another one. Because you have the availability to do so, where most people don't have that availability. They worried about if they can even get it fixed or not.
Yeah, me. If you got the means to do stuff, it make life a lot less.
Right, that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. I'm not being ignorant of it, and I will say this, and life is a lot more fun. You got a little bit more change in your pocket.
Help me out.
No. But to that point. Don't assume because you get there. The thing of it is, it still go back to, do you want to be sitting here with money just today, or you want money for today, tomorrow, and next year? And if you don't sit here and prepare yourself to do certain things, well, you're not like, okay, cool, I'm playing the long game, or I'm playing a small game, whatever the hell the game is. I don't want to just have money today.
Right.
And then because you're sitting there like, I done seen too many times where I've seen people have this big thing happen or whatever, and they get confused. You know, like, okay, I'm sorry, not get confused, but a couple years later, like, hey, bro, I need it. Well, shit, I thought that was straight. Shit happens. Right. Anybody, right?
Right.
But then, you sit there and like, man, I thought bro was doing this, that, and that. And they was. But they got today confused with tomorrow. And that's how it's going to be. You see what I'm saying? That's why I say sustainability is, an industry that I think a lot of people jumped into the pandemic was that transportation industry. Everybody get their trucks. Everybody do this, that, and that.
Right.
From an accounting standpoint, the majority of my clients were three industries since the early 2000s: transportation, security, and healthcare. Mostly nursing homes. I've done most of bulk of my clients are nursing homes, assisted living homes, security firms, and probably a third of them are trucking. Right. So I know those industries inside out. A lot of time, when they was booming, all the different trucking things are coming in, people jumping into it. Yeah, you could actually make a lot of money. But don't get a $4,000 check confused with $1,500 net profit.
Right. Because out that 4,000, you got to spend
insurance. You might break down this, that, and that. But when I would talk to people, they didn't want to hear it. They had money in their pocket.
Right.
I would do this shit for a living. Right? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then, this free. Y'all know you book appointment, it's $210 an hour.
Right.
So I ain't getting too much out for the love. But you try to have those conversations. People just really don't want it. Why? Because they got money in their pocket.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that was the thing about it. Them guys, Albert Einstein, all the fool real humble. You know what I'm saying? And it was smart enough to know what they didn't know. Right. That's why when you would see, if you think about it, some of the greatest minds in the world, those big time scientists, the surgeons, that's why they have those forums where they'll meet together and share ideas. Because they experts in what they know, but they want to know, man, hey, Lab, come on. So what are you thinking about? And they share them ideas.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Smart person know what they don't know.
No, right.
Stupid ass person know everything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. The more I teach, the dumber I get.
Man, come on now. Your mentoring goes on for a lifetime. And it's funny when I was talking to the kids at school at Bannock High or the other week. Like, I got OGs, and I get advice from my OGs in a manner that I don't like. I might get like, nah, dude, that's some stupid shit.
Right.
I don't like getting said to because I'm a grown man. I don't get demeaned.
Right.
And I think I've had a degree of success. But if I know this guy, he's 70, 80 years old, multimillionaire, got mansions, chilling, and made money when black men weren't supposed to make money, I might need one to shut.
I might want to shut up.
Yeah,
Listen what he got to say. Right.
And some of the stuff they say may not be applicable now. But believe you me, they definitely didn't start off with no damn money.
Right.
They just started off. They didn't start off with no. And matter of fact, they didn't even start off with damn opportunities.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it behooves you to understand. So your pathway might be a little different to get to that destination, but you can get some of the blueprint of doing it.
Right.
And that's why I really want to be, straight up with people. Don't cause barriers in your life, in your mind, that don't need to be there.
And I talk a bunch of crap about how I still believe that money makes things a little bit easier.
Absolutely.
But we started this with no money.
I
mean, we piecemeal it together. We still trying to get, grow it and do all these things. But I say it to say that we know our limitations. The fact that we don't have money makes us not jump to certain things where it would be a bad thing for us. You get what I'm saying? Like, we be like, oh, we need to go get a 10,000 square foot space. You know what I'm saying? Have all the podcast space, get some furniture, but not realizing we still got to pay insurance. The light bill gonna be more. The water bill gonna be more. We got to rent. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like those things of taxes. You don't think about those things if you got the money, because that's gonna drain. You still siphoning money off, and you're not putting no money back in the coffers. So we knew to stay put and figure it out.
Well, this ain't throwing no shade. Let's go back 6-7 years. Remember, people wanted red tapes. People wanted to get kind of stuff because they see what Steve Harvey do.
Right.
What Jada Pinkett do.
Right.
We'll sit here like, shit, we ain't making no, like,
right.
That shit look good.
Right.
But that ain't us. I be sitting here lying to you. If one of my biggest motivators, he got that little YouTube channel.
Right.
Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Like, he got that little tag business.
Right. That little
with that big bank on there. That little with that big bank. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing about it. When people will say that kind of stuff, I be lying to you. If I hadn't used that for motivation. But Lab, Well, shit, man, I ain't had no problem, man, going to folks and stand up. Me and you sit here for hours,
Right.
share ideas,
Trying to figure it
hours
out.
on YouTube, doing shit I think gonna work, and
Right.
that shit don't work. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I be lying. I be lying, you know, with that. That's why I said the process. Man, money make life real cool.
Right.
Don't get me wrong.
Right.
But what make life a whole lot cooler if you can keep money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's just the gist of it. And it ain't talking about having be this big super thousandaire millionaire.
Right.
I'm just saying be able to say, okay, cool. We got this shit rolling.
Right.
It's taking care of itself.
Right.
And I think sometimes we'll be so focused on it. And that's why I want to have, you know, that because I grew up hearing that so much with people wanting certain things. You got stuff in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
Again, guys, tonight's show we're talking about if I had money. We have an open discussion what people say they would do if they had money.
Six says some people ain't used to money, so they don't know how to spend it or keep it. She also said, devil's advocate, people get money and act the fool. You got to make your money work for you. She says, I know people who have millions and now they're looking for a place to stay. So
well,
with money can be straight up a-holes too.
Well, you know, you can be an a-hole broke too. But the slick point, I am a firm believer. I'm comfortable in life, but I fucked up a lot of money.
Right.
And so I had to F up a lot of money to know how to keep the money.
Right.
So
right.
I mean, so acquire it, mess it up because I didn't know.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. I understand how easy you can fall in traps. So I ain't just talking off the top of my head.
Right.
With that, you know, but a lot of times you have to get it. Now, what happens is, well, I say one of the biggest difference between people that are successful and not, it's when you lose that money or lose that success or you go backwards. And let me go back here and, you know, the business didn't work.
Mm-hmm.
I might got to get me a job. I might got to go get me a part-time. I might got to build my money back up. Now your ego get messed up. I don't want to get back in that shit no more. That ain't one ever. But you really knew what you messed up at. Go back, get your part-time, go back, get your job, stack your bread up, and do it the right way.
Right.
But your ego
Won't
don't, because you don't want to own it.
Right.
You don't want to own it, right?
And you don't want to go back and have people asking you questions either. Well, I thought you were doing this. So why you working again? You know,
Own that shit.
right?
Hey, bro,
I
messed
fucked
up. Yeah,
messed
exactly. We're gonna own it.
Right.
We're gonna own it, and that's the thing about it. Because I don't owe you shit. I owe everything to me.
Right.
So even when I talk to those kids at the school, like I can tell you how to make money. I definitely tell you how to mess up money too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you know, man, I'm talking about I had businesses fail, hell, going through a damn divorce, all that shit, man. I know how it is to lose and regain. When I gave my ex-wife that money, I mean, and that shit was luck.
Right.
When we had the channel shot up like that and all that money came in, that was luck.
Right.
I didn't get that shit confused, and I've always said I just didn't quit.
Right.
That was the only thing I could say.
You
remember that last one? Shit, when early 21, when all that stuff was happening, and what did you do? What did you do? I ain't quit.
All right.
I wish the hell I could give you this mathematical equation.
Because you kept saying, I don't know what I did.
I don't know what the hell I did. I just know what the hell hit the fucking bank.
Right.
I don't know what the hell happened. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I ain't mad at it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm mad. I just give her all this damn money.
Right.
And pay these damn lawyers. But when it came in, cool. But that was luck.
Right.
But but I had also had to just be realistic about, okay, Poochie, don't get this confused with other stuff because when I had this stuff happen.
Right.
One key thing, again, we're talking about, you know, people saying if I had money, you know, things that people said they would do if they had money. A couple months ago, me and Will B went fishing. And I made the video. And like, you know, we were just sitting there. And me and Will sat out there for 2 or 3 hours. That shit stuck with me. And Will wasn't catching shit. I caught my little fish and I'm like, you know, hey son, just hanging up.
Right.
Because he, you know, I wasn't catching shit. He wasn't catching shit. And we just sitting there like, by the time to pack up, I said, man, just chill out. You know, hey, conversation good. We had chilling, son. I was saying, Daddy got one. Dad, I got one. Dad, I got one. And he like, hey, Dad, you probably want to adjust your worm. Man, I'm like, man, mother, I'm about to give you my son for a minute. Daddy, Daddy, I'm looking at you doing it wrong.
Flick that rod out there just a little bit to the left.
But with all that said, Lab, what stuck with me was me and Will. I said, you know what, man? I said, we got probably about, we got a little Walmart, reels, $8 on worms. We probably, you talking about $30, $40 that we done spent. I said, man, a person come out here every damn day and fish and get free food.
Right.
Like, you really can do that. You don't have to be hungry.
Right.
So the barrier be, I don't have a job, I can't feed my family.
Right.
The thing of it is, if you can get that, instead of be focused on, let me try to do this, let me try to do that, bro, you can sit here and just do that. Hell, at some point, you can catch enough fish, you might start selling them. That stuck with me.
Right.
I said, man, we just sat out here, man. We pretty much can take care of ourselves.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Fish.
I mean, even somebody homeless, because they had the faucet out there. Where you cut your fish and clean them out right there, at the lake. So I'm just like, you pretty much can self-sustain. Of course, you need clothing and shelter and all that stuff. Right. But I was just sitting there looking like you could put some real barriers on yourself in life. And I was proud of myself as a father because when them damn fish went biting, I really was like, man, damn this shit. But I'm glad I stayed down. But that was a good moment for both of us. But we were just sitting there talking like, and it was good for him to even see that, like, oh, like you really can get this yourself. Like you didn't need, you don't need to have just all this money, whatever. Like a person that say they hungry or they got to feed their family. There are things you can do, right? But you got to get past. And I understand.
I don't have no money.
Yeah, get past that, your ego, these barriers that you've created,
right,
mentally or whatever, and you can do stuff. You work, success and things is not going to come to you the way you want it to come.
Right.
And I want to talk to some younger guys Tuesday night. And there was I won't get too much information, but anyway, they were asking for more professional advice for some OGs to come. And like I told them, hey, y'all waiting. Y'all need to go. Every OG I got, I went to. Right. You waiting on people to do stuff for you. You initiate it because people will share game with you if they secure. Right. But people ain't gonna be too quick to talk to you if they don't know you or deal with you. Right, right. Put your ego to the side. Somebody might snap at you. They might ignore you. Just don't worry about it. Go talk to the next person. Right? But your ego, a lot of times, ego's not feelings be so much into it. Man, I ain't gonna talk to him, this, that, and that. I'm sitting there in this room. I'm 20-some years in the game. Young guys come in because they got their buckhead, Atlanta attitude. They ain't speaking to that like that. They realize who you are. Oh, what is that, and you know how I am, Lab. Right. Y'all gonna come try to shake my hand and talk. Now, all y'all don't walk in the damn room, man. One of y'all spoke to me. Right. I said, what? You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, I'm funny about that, Lab. Like, hey, man, y'all done walked in here. Ain't said nothing. Nobody spoke. I'm sitting in there again. I'm at their stuff, but you see me there. Right. Hey, man, holler at people. Those kind of things you learn at a young age. You walk somebody's house. Now, again, it wasn't necessarily my house, but I'm there. Right. Holler.
The one thing I remember, this is a while back. I used to work at a law firm. I was walking into an office building. There was a guy sitting on the stoop reading a book. And I looked up, he looked up. And just the way we looked up, he said, "What's up, brother?" You know what I'm saying? He didn't know me from Adam. He was reading the book, he said, "What's up, brother? How you doing?" "I'm good. How you doing?" But it was just the fact that we looked at each other and we spoke to each other. And we probably made each other's day. He's like, "How you doing, bro?" I said, "I'm good. How you doing?" "I'm good." It was just a meeting of two people who didn't know each other, two black men. I'm walking in, he's sitting on the stoop reading the book, and we spoke. That was it. And that could have, I don't know who he was. You know what I'm saying? He could have been anybody. But I took the time out, look up at him, eye contact. He did the same to me. We said, "What's up? How you doing?" Hey, it makes a difference.
I'm speaking for myself. When cats come into the 100, I'm just speaking for Deonte, and I see new guys come in, they come in. I know they're looking at it like, I want to be part of this thing here, join this network. And I see, every year, guys come in, I got money. You know, I know in their mentality, I got this status.
Right.
They don't speak. And like, you don't approach people or try to be approached. You know, I say, hey, you know, my country ass. Hey, man, what's going on?
How you doing?
And then I ain't spoke. But then later, come on, hey, that's Deonte. And you know me.
Right.
And nigga, don't try to speak. You speak to me a little while ago. You know how I am, lad. Don't be trying to say, man, now again, we might be calling sorry, this, that, and that. Cool, hey,
right.
Check that,
right. Check that at the door.
Yeah, I'm gonna say something to you about it. But I say that to say we can't get to a point where we've created these barriers for ourselves because we so worried about what people gonna say. I don't want to do this, that, and that. No, I'm gonna say. I remember my first corporate job. What was happening to me, lad, was I think Torn was little. I think I don't know if Chris had PJ or not, but I remember the question kept coming up: do you have any corporate experience? Which I did.
Right.
And I just told, I'm sitting there, man. I appreciate JC maybe that one of my older white gentleman. That was one of my first mentors. I said, look, I'm in my 20s. Yeah, I got a little boy and I got a baby.
Right.
I just need a chance.
Right.
Like, look, man, I don't.
Right.
I'm gonna bust my tail, this, that, and
right.
that. And that was my first solid accounting job.
Okay.
But I'm just saying that I put shit to the side.
Put your pride down.
Hell, I ain't say no please, I beg.
Right.
But I'm saying I just need a shot.
Right.
That's all I had to get there. I ain't do no pleading or begging, but I said, look, I don't have that.
Right.
I'm not gonna get that until somebody give me a chance. Give me a shot, I ain't gonna let you down. And the rest was history.
Right.
A lot of times people think they don't want to get in these situations. They don't want to stand out there. They don't want to network because these folks didn't deal with us. They didn't speak to us. Keep on.
Right.
Keep on driving. When we start making these barriers, because if I had money, if I didn't do it, you may not never run across that money. We always talk about in your life, you're gonna get probably 3 to 5 life game-changing experiences.
Right.
That are extremely frightening. You might got to move. You might got to get divorced. You might got to quit your job. You might got to do something.
Right.
And they're frightening, but they can put you in a whole different stratosphere in life.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And they only come so many. You don't get a handful of them in life. And that's what I think would be the difference between people that are here and them. And you got to be realistic because sometimes when we say we want certain things, you might can't handle it. Or it might be once you done got all this kind of stuff, now you ain't never at home. Now you ain't got no privacy. Now you got to do this, that, and that. You got to be realistic. Typically, again, people, you got to be more mindful of the process that it takes to get there. If you're looking to get it, I get it.
Mm-hmm.
But look, man, damn that shit. I just want the money and stuff like that.
I was thinking of, Slick says, I could win $1 million today and no one would know why. That's the first step to keeping money. She says, the new generation is entitled and they don't speak when entering a room or watch your words around elderly people, etc. I remember I was just watching recently a video. I forget his last name. He's from Chicago, Robert something, but he's the richest black man in America. Robert Smith. Robert F. Smith, something like that.
I don't know the middle, but I got you.
And how he was trying to just move through the crowd, he couldn't get through, and he had security, like he couldn't get through, like because everybody knew who he was. I guess you know what I'm saying. He was just he had to move, and he was like, man, I don't know if I because when I want to go, I just want to go. I don't want to have to wait on security, and because when I get up, I'm walking out. And I was thinking about you saying the constraints that you put on. You get money, it might be some constraints, and that may be one of them. You may not be able to move as freely as you might worry about your family being kidnapped. Everything has a price, right?
It's a gift and a curse,
right?
I was talking to one of my cousins the other day. He pretty successful, but a lot of times, you can be dealing with family.
Mm-hmm.
And people will say, well, let me call Poochie.
Mm-hmm.
Not take consideration. And this ain't, I'm just being straight up. It can be a situation. Well, let me borrow this. I might have just got my son car fixed.
Mm-hmm.
I might just done pay for the tuition. I might have to do stuff with my car.
Mm-hmm.
People don't give a damn.
Right.
They ain't going to ask you, hey, man, you all right?
Right.
They just got what they need.
Right.
And because you don't openly ask or complain about stuff,
mm-hmm.
they figure you got it. Right. You know what I'm saying?
You know who has that other problem? Slick has that problem.
Well, a lot of people do.
Because she don't ask for nothing, and I watch it. I sit back and I watch it. I listen. because she don't ask for nothing. I'm not trying to toot her horn, but I just pay attention. And she don't watch, ask or say anything about nothing that may be going on with her. So people just automatically think she got it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I remember, she got tattoos. I remember a person charging her more for a tattoo because they said, "Oh, I just thought you had." You get what I'm saying?
Bullshit.
Right.
See, that's that shit I'm talking about right now. Just like when you got a contract to come to your house,
right?
It might work for somebody like, okay, they ain't got it, but then you want to charge me for,
right?
Oh man, hey, that's what you charge the other guy to do that same thing.
Right.
Happens to you all the time, and it's unfair. But like I say again, sometimes when you get in life, you get some kind of stability. We ain't to success. We get stable. It's a gift and a curse.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So you just got to be just mindful of that. That's what will really push me to have that conversation because I hear it so much.
Let's just agree that money makes things smoother, not necessarily better, but a little better.
Money makes shit fun.
Money
makes shit fun.
The stress
money can make shit smoother. Money can make shit better.
Right.
I'm not disagreeing with you.
Okay.
Man. What I am saying to you is, don't get today confused with it's gonna be there tomorrow.
Okay.
So when we start doing certain things, if I had this, I had that. When you get that influx, like I said, man, just look at that damn whole disaster loan. Everybody, the state of Georgia made all kind of money because everybody want to form their LLCs and form their businesses, and now all that shit gone.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because they had access to the money. Now they doing what? Everybody falling on these damn disaster loans.
Right. Look, man. They forget you got to maintain the LLC every year.
Well, no, I ain't talking about the LLC. I'm talking about the damn loan you got from the damn government.
Right.
Because they got all this money and now you got to pay this shit back.
Right.
Hey, man, look, don't get it confused. The process is still the process.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I'm going to get $5 from Lab.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to turn Lab, this $5 into $50.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to pay Lab back $8.
Right.
The concept is still the concept.
Right.
Not I get this money and I spend this money and I ain't got to pay Lab back or I ain't got, you know what I'm saying?
Or I get the $5, I make 50, and I get Lab back as 5.
Absolutely. Well, Lab on 105, Lab on 7. You want 7. The Lab can't stay in business.
Right.
Getting back 5 to every damn body.
Everybody.
Lab got bills to pay. Lab got to get 7 back. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And people don't even get that. I paid you. No, hell no. You want to give me more than that.
Right.
Because if you don't, you could have went somewhere else.
People don't think about the concept of, okay, I give you this, what I give. No, you just go help me out. No.
Savage PR said, please use money to help the community. Hashtag unite. I think that's a great concept, but I will say this too. I know everybody does not have the same vision what I have for our service and doing stuff like that. And I'm mindful of that.
Right.
But I do really believe I can't help you till I help me.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? I can't help you till I help me.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I say I got to make sure I'm sustainable. Now, my help ain't got to come from a fiduciary standpoint.
Mm-hmm.
To that point, I can be doing shit I'm doing now, running my damn mouth for whatever.
Right.
But from a money standpoint, I think you need to make sure you good first.
Right.
Before you start doing that. Because, like I said, the assistance you give ain't got to be $1 attachment.
And
service is service. Because I'm a very big proponent of, helping out the community. But I am a more bigger point. You take care of yourself first, and then you want to do that. But your help is not limited to what you had tonight.
Right. And I've helped the community many times, and to be honest with you, I've got burnt on all of them. I'm just going to be 100% honest with you. I'm not trying to be funny to Savage Publicity at PR at all. I'm just saying I've helped the community. I've tried to help nonprofits do certain things and build certain things, and I got burned on every last one of them. Yeah. So, I mean, I understand it, and I think we all should unite and do things to help each other to better and advance each other down the road. But sometimes that advancement will pull you back.
Well, going back, being realistic, again, ain't nothing wrong with doing it, but I can't give you what I
ain't got or what I right.
Yeah,
right.
Put you first.
Right.
So if I can donate cash to you, cool. But my time, how we don't necessarily need it. She can't get shit from it.
Right.
And that's just one of the things. I'm a big proponent of giving back. I've been doing it all the years. I still do it. I'm in at least 2 schools a month. talking to kids, doing this, that, and that. But I think that's why I think a lot of times people have to be realistic with themselves. But if you got yourself taken care of, there's a lot more you can do. And I think you can make a greater impact if you focus on yourself. We got any more questions to come?
Linda West says, many times I've gotten burned from helping more burners than not.
Usually that's what happens. But I will never, me personally, stop helping people because I got burned. What being burned experiences taught me what kind of help to give.
Right.
That's why I mentioned the whole point of the time. Why would I give you money? And I'm just saying, a lot of times, it ain't all the case, but if I give you this money, it's money in your hand, kind of what we're talking about.
Right.
If you ain't really got a plan how you do it, but I come out there and volunteer.
Right.
I help you do stuff and everything like that. But now it's on you to like, okay, if you're going to receive it. If you don't want it, you don't want it. But that's why I say a lot of times, we can't be tripping about when we want assistance, how we get it. It could be in money, it could be in time, it could be effort, it could be in knowledge, it could be in exposure. But if you don't want to, you just stuck on one thing, that's on you.
Right.
But I think experience will teach you. I never go into, man, I want to help, but help the way you can help. You feel me with that?
Right.
With that, man. But man, it's been a great discussion there, everybody, and I appreciate everybody tuned in and added to the conversation, man. And again, I want to tell you guys from the bottom of my heart, we're right there at 39,000 subscribers. We've been rolling to the point. Me and Lab top of my head, we were hovering at 27,000 for years.
Right.
And I didn't quit. I said, well, yeah, I did this, and then at some point, it's going to plateau.
Right.
And I got to find another way.
Right.
And while I find another way, that shit might take some time, another year or so.
Right.
Once you stop anything in life, it's over.
You don't never know how far you can be.
Exactly.
How
over.
far you would have got.
Yeah.
Because that next day, that could have been one took you over.
Exactly.
Right.
You stop. If it's something you truly want. If it's something you truly want, you gonna have to keep making that commitment. Now, if you know the ship is sinking, it ain't working, that don't mean give up your dream. But that's why I say you gotta be realistic how far you gonna let your ego get in the way.
Let go. West says congratulations on growing your channel.
I appreciate it. That Dr. West. Was it I think that Dr. West was in those with the Black Speakers Bureau with the Black Speakers Empowerment. I think that Dr. West.
Okay.
And I appreciate that. Training Cole said, awesome job, congratulations. I appreciate it. Hashtag keep going. I appreciate it. But like I say, man, me and you sit here and chop it up, and everything is gonna come at some point. Shit gonna stall.
Right.
What you gonna do next?
Right.
That's the thing about it, man.
No, not Dr. West.
Not Dr. West. But I appreciate it. I appreciate it, Linda. I appreciate our love and support. But definitely, man, we see that happen so much. We see that happen so much, and as we almost in September right now, and the year done flew by and stuff like that. And we finna, 4 months from now, 4-5 months from now, we're gonna be in another situation where, hey, starting off 2025, want to do this, want to do that. Guys, you gotta stay down. You gotta stay down and understand that your pathway to success ain't gonna necessarily go the way you want, the way you had it envisioned it or whatever.
Right.
You might gotta do 3 steps forward, 5 steps back, 4 steps forward, 1 step back, 10 steps. It's like that.
Right. It is.
You know what I'm saying?
It is.
It's like that, and it ain't meant for everybody.
Yes,
it ain't.
This here, this podcast and all that, it's a struggle. But I think that I have a good little family team that I started off with 4 people. We started off with 5 people. We got down to almost 2. But the people who do podcasts, I consider family because they stay down with regardless. I mean, I remember that month Rick was in hospital. I couldn't do no shows, but everybody came back. Yeah. There was a couple of them that dropped off, but for the majority, everybody came back when it was time to come back. So, it's all love. So,
absolutely. See, vision is vision.
And then the West said, I have told others about your channel. There is great value.
I definitely appreciate it.
Most definitely appreciate it.
Definitely appreciate it. Thank you for the love and support. I really appreciate it. And we got a lot more stuff coming.
Mm-hmm.
And for you guys, a real tidbit before we get off, go to Mr. Short Dollar on YouTube at approximately, I think, midnight tonight. The whole two, I think at midnight tonight we'll be releasing the September 2024 Small Business Grants. I got 13 13 different grant opportunities. Ran out of the wrong pipe. 13 different grant opportunities for you guys to take advantage of. So that video is scheduled to be released to do that. We do have like the membership groups on Mr. Short Dollar on YouTube. If you are part of the membership group, you'll see the information there. You get early access to all the videos. So the video, the September 2024 video was released earlier this week. So I say that to say a lot of the communication, if y'all are a member, I think membership like $3 a month, some shit like that. It ain't nothing major. But I make sure people got access to that. But definitely, guys, the video will be out tomorrow. Make sure if you have not, regardless of what platform you're looking at, subscribe to Mr. Short Dollar on YouTube. Subscribe. We got a lot more stuff coming down the pipe. The book almost done. Got a lot more other stuff coming down the pipe. If you haven't, and you are interested to get into the tax business, make sure you look up the link in the description section for the Short Dollar tax course, where I get the whole blueprint on how to be successful in the tax business, where I put everything that's in between my ears, what I've learned over the past 23 years being in the tax business. I had a successful practice, be it virtual, brick and mortar, from marketing standpoint, advertising standpoint, customer retention standpoint. All that information is in the course. And I even got payment plans for the course and everything labeled there. So definitely go to the YouTube channel, look in the description section of each video. You'll find that information as well. So, but listen, guys, thank you for all the love and support. Been an awesome month of August. And if you haven't, on one last note, I am a proud member of the 100 Black Men of South Metro. We're having our annual golf tournament on September 16th, Monday, September 16th. If you're not a golfer, you're not in the Atlanta area, you like golf, you can go register to be part of the golf tournament. But if you are not, feel free to go to the 100 Black Men South Metro chapter of Atlanta. 100 Black Men South Metro Atlanta. You can Google it, 100 Black Men South Metro Atlanta chapter. You can Google it. You'll see the tab for the golf tournament. If you want to donate $5, $10, $100, $2,000, $10,000, it'll be glad. They appreciate it. We put, you can go to the website. We put a lot into the community. We're a 2-time national chapter of the year. Also had 2 national mentors of the year, and it's all in the past 10 years, which is very exceptional. You think our many chapters in the 100 Black Men are over 149, and you talk about an organization over 30-some years old, but definitely, I think 40-some years old, for what we've been able to do. But definitely go there and donate to the cause. Well, again, man, thanks for all the love and support, y'all. Can't say it enough from the bottom of my heart. Y'all take care. Appreciate y'all supporting me, supporting everybody on the Misfits Radio family. If you haven't already, go to Misfits Radio on TV. Subscribe to the channel, Westside Misfits. Subscribe to all the channels on all the platforms as well. Check out our other stations. Support those guys as well and everything. But thank you again from the bottom of my heart. Love you all. Be safe. I'll talk with you soon.